I have 10 fall lipstick products here that I think are great for fall, and I wanted to share them with you. I've been enjoying seeing videos like this from people, and I figured you guys might enjoy it too. I thought you guys might be like I am and like to change your shades up a little bit season to season. So we're gonna get into this. If you are not subscribed to my channel and you enjoy everyday beauty made easy, be sure and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you're notified of all my videos. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go through glosses first because they are easier for me to swatch and remove than the lipstick products. So this first gloss, I do not just reserve for the fall, but I think it's great for fall because if you layer it over deeper products, it just really brings out such a depth to those products and can bring out different undertones as well. I would say that about another gloss that I'm going to show you in a minute as well, but this one especially because there is a lot of dimension to this particular gloss, and this formula is to die for. This is the Marc Jacobs Beauty Enamored Gloss in Changes. And this is actually a product that you can get from Sephora that is under $30. I did a video about a month ago and it was like 10 best products from Sephora that are under $25. And there were some surprisingly awesome products in that video. I'm actually going to follow that video up within the next week with products that are under $30. And this is a product that's under $30 if you're wanting to treat yourself or get a gift for somebody. And I just realized I got the name of this wrong. This is the Enamored High Shine Lip Lacquer Gloss. And it's actually a very appropriate name because it is kind of a lacquered shine, but it doesn't feel sticky. It feels very nourishing. I really just don't like sticky glosses, and that's why I like this gloss. So the shine in this is supposed to be a triple shine complex that is supposed to give you a plumping effect. And I definitely feel like that does that, which is great for those of us who are maybe over 40 and are losing volume in our lips. It does have a slight mint scent to it. It does not feel sticky. It feels very cushiony on the lips, which I love. It feels hydrating, and I do feel like it lasts a long time on the lips for a gloss. So let's revisit the shade of this. I don't even know if you can pick this up on camera. It's got this kind of metallic sheen to it in the tube, but on the lips, it just looks very dimensional. And depending on what lipstick you wear it with or lip liner you wear it over, or if you wear it over your bare lips like I am here, it just picks up on the different tones and the different dimensions that are in the lipstick. It's almost got like a duochrome effect, but it seems like it's much more than a duochrome effect to me. It's so beautiful. This is one of my favorite glosses ever for all year, but I think in particular for fall it's really pretty because when you wear it over a deeper shade it just looks so stunning. So no, this isn't the deepest gloss out there. It's not the brownest or the most rusty or anything like that, but it just does something to brighten up the face, and it has those tones in it that are just perfect. You're gonna get a theme from the glosses I'm including in this video that I really like a nourishing gloss that helps plump the lips, because this is another one, and this one is brown toned, and I do not wear a lot of brown toned lipsticks. I don't know why, because I do have warm undertones, but I just don't gravitate to them. But this one is an exception because I just think the tone of it is really pretty, and if you layer it over lip liner, again, it just really can work well. This is over my natural lip color. All of these products are over my natural lip color. I don't have lip liner on. This is the Becca Glow Gloss in Chocolate Geode, which I do believe is only available on Ulta's website, maybe on Becca's website. I will have all the links in my description box, as I always do, as well as what I'm wearing on my face and on my body and everywhere else in this video. So this also nourishes the lips. It's got light reflecting pigments and ginger and peppermint oil and non-stinging peptides that make your lips appear fuller and smoother. It's also got vitamin E and shea butters to soften and condition the lips. I think that's amazing. They sent this whole line to me when it first came out a long time ago, and I kept several shades, and this was one of the shades that I kept, which was kind of odd for me because, like I said, it was a brown, but there was just something about this shade that I really, really loved, and this whole line was such a great line of glosses. It still is. This also has kind of a peppermint scent to it. It's not off-putting. I kind of like it, and none of these sting my lips or anything like that. I just really love the formula. It's not sticky. These are a little less cushiony than the Marc Jacobs. They just feel nice and hydrating. They don't last quite as long as the Marc Jacobs. I mean, look at this pigment over my bare lips. You just can't get much better than this than, you know, this beautiful chocolate shiny brown for fall. Now this shade of the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Gloss is a little brighter on screen than what it is in person. It just is more of kind of a plummy shade in person over my natural lips. When I wear it over lip liner, it's even more subdued. Now these have a really, really minty feel on the lips, way more than the other two, and these, they're not super sticky, but they have a more substantial feel on the lips than both of the other two glosses, kind of borderline being a little bit sticky. These have a peptide in them as well as a hyaluronic acid booster to create a fuller lip look. And they have hyaluronic spheres that help moisturize. They also have vitamins A and E that provide long-lasting moisture for soft and luscious lips. I just really like the shade for fall. I just think, you know, in the tube, it looks super dark and vampy. I almost didn't even try this. And this, of course, is the smaller size because I'll never go through this full thing. And this will look darker if you wear it over a deep wine or berry lip liner, and that's what I love about it. But if you wear it over your natural lips, it almost looks like a stain, and that's also what I love about it. You can kind of blot it a little bit for a more stained effect. I could kind of do that right now. So that softens the gloss effect a little bit, and you can have it be a little more muted, and I really like that too. And so this is what it looks like over my natural lips, which again, I do think this works year round, but for me, this is something I reserve more for the fall. I don't know why, I just like this kind of a stained berry type look in the fall. I think it's just really nice, and it kind of goes with more fall looks for me anyway. I really enjoy this type of shade in the fall. It's just kind of a great neutral everyday shade, but it's a little bit deeper than what I wear the rest of the year. This is from the Maybelline Color Sensational Made for All line. I think that's what this line is called. Anyway, this is Mauve for Me shade 373. And I just really, really enjoy this shade and the lipsticks in this line overall. I find them very creamy, and they don't have that typical drugstore smell that a lot of drugstore lipsticks give you. It doesn't overwhelm me. I find it has just enough warmth to it, yet just enough neutral that I feel like this would work for a lot of different skin tones. And I feel like you all have gotten into this line as well. So if you have tried this shade, let me know down below, because I just feel like this is a shade that would work really well for a lot of us out there. And I feel like there's a decent opacity to it too, and it lasts a decent amount of time on my lips, which I really like, especially from something with a creamy formula. So I've really been enjoying this, the way it feels, the way it looks, just the overall performance. I feel like all of these are looking brighter than normal on my monitor for some reason. I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but I don't have my ring light on, so it shouldn't be because of that. Anyway, this is Charlotte Tilbury Stoned Rose, and I love this shade, but for some reason I only pull this out in the fall. I think it's because it does have kind of an orangey undertone on my lips. Now, if I wear it with kind of a pinky lip liner, it will lean a little more rose. I have never understood why this was named Stone Rose. Even on the back of my hand, it doesn't really pull rose at all. This is the Kissing formula, which is the creamy version of Charlotte Tilbury's lipsticks, which I personally love because they're very moisturizing and they last a decent amount of time for me. And this is described as a coral rose lipstick. I just don't see a lot of rose in it, at least not on me. Maybe it's my warm undertones, but that's to me why it turns out to be a great fall lipstick, because, you know, when I think of fall, I think of kind of those warm orangey leafy undertones, and this just works perfectly, especially if you're not wanting to go with deeper undertones. This is kind of a great alternative to a neutral or a peachy shade that you would have worn in the summer. Okay, my lips are starting to look bigger and bigger and bigger as this video goes on, because of when I remove it, it just keeps going outward and outward and outward. It's just what happens. So this is a Urban Decay Back Talk. It is their Comfort Matte formula. So this is quite the opposite of the Stoned Rose that we just had from Charlotte Tilbury. Although the Comfort Matte formula is still super moisturizing. I love this formula from Urban Decay. Actually, the whole Vice line to me is really, really great. I love going towards a cooler, neutral pink in the fall. And this to me epitomizes that. It does have cool undertones, but it does seem to work for even warm toned people like myself. I don't know, you tell me if this works for my complexion, but I think it really does. It may clash with the makeup I have on today, but I really enjoy this. It's a great alternative to a neutral. Again, if you don't want to go deeper, but you may just want to mix that up a little bit and go with something a little bit cooler, because maybe you're wearing something that just lends itself to a little bit of a cooler tone. This is just really, really nice. I love this for the fall. I don't typically pull out cooler tones in the summer, and so I kind of like to transition into that in the fall. Let me know in the comments if any of you are like that, or if you're kind of weird like that with your seasons. I enjoy doing that. I think that the formula of the Charlotte Tilbury Superstar Lips is absolutely wonderful. And she sent out a bunch of these a while back, maybe a year ago, and then discontinued a bunch of the shades. And I never understood why, because the shades were really, really pretty. And the formula of these is excellent. They are super nourishing. I think they have hyaluronic acid in them. Yes. And they have a super creamy feel, and they actually stay on the lips a decent amount of time for such a creamy formula. It's not quite a glossy feel, but almost. And I really like the slim bullet because you can get such a precise application. So this is the Superstar Lips version of Walk of Shame, which I also have in the lipstick formula, and I pull it out every fall. This is described as a berry rose pink, and I think it has a little bit of brick undertones to it. I think it's really flattering. It brightens up the face in such a nice way, and the complexion. And I have seen different complexions, different colorings wear this very successfully. So if you're not a fan of her other formulas, you may want to try the Superstar Lips. I just think this is so, so pretty. I have various shades of this, including Pillow Talk, which is a great everyday shade. Side note, and the Pillow Talk pretty much lives in my purse. So I love this formula, love this shade for fall specifically. It will probably live in my purse this fall. If any of you are like me, and if you are, let me know in the comments. Please let me know I'm not alone. I just cannot stand matte lipsticks that leave my lips dry. I want a long-lasting lip color, but most of them really dry my lips out. And I feel like a lot of you are the same way. So for those of you who want a longer wearing lip color and want kind of a matte velvet look, this product is for you. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. This is the shade Do Me Baby, and this is kind of a chestnut rose shade. It's kind of got a moderate depthness to it. It's a lip liner and a lip pencil all in one. It's very convenient, and I love this shade because it's got a little bit of coolness to it, but not too much so that it's too cool if you've got a warm skin tone. But I feel like it would be really flattering across multiple skin tones as well. And it would look great with different types of makeup looks too. I feel like my lip line is just looking worse and worse the more I swatch. This is really a great product. I have this in a red shade too. I think Cruella for winter, for the holiday season, and I love that shade. This just feels really nice on the lips. I do believe there are some nourishing ingredients in this as well. I guess I could look and check for you just to make sure. It does say it's got vitamin E in it. So, you know, I just feel like there's a common theme with me in lip products. I really like my lips to be nourished. This is Charlotte Tilbury Bond Girl, and this is described as a natural berry red. And I think that that is a spot on description. And yes, there are 3 Charlotte Tilbury lip products in this video. And frankly, I could have put about 6 in here. It was really hard for me to actually narrow it down to just 3 because if you guys follow my channel, you know how much I really adore her lip products. This is her Matte Revolution formula. So if you are a fan of that formula, you will like this. I know this is a little bit drying for a lot of you, and even for me. I don't like most matte formulas. I think I've talked about that already. I really do like this formula, but I do wear lip balm underneath most of my lip products anyway. As I'm getting ready in the morning, I just, you know, slap some on underneath there to help counteract any dryness that matte lip products might give me. But even doing that, a lot of matte lipsticks are still too drying for me, and this one is not. I really love it, and I love this shade. It's a little deeper than the NARS that I had on before, and it just really brightens up the face, I feel like. And I feel like this has some cool to it, but it's not too cool if you have a warm skin tone. And of course, that's what I look for. I feel like for a long time, I had a hard time finding berry shades that would work for me, and I have successfully found some, and I'm really happy about it. And we are on the home stretch. I have one left that comes out every single fall. I am not one for deep, vampy shades. This is about as deep as I go in the fall. That's just how I am. This is the lipstick that I've probably gotten the most compliments on that's not just like a regular beigey peachy pink. And for that reason, I don't know why I don't pull it out more than just in the fall. I feel like every time I wear this, I get random compliments from strangers. It's so bizarre. This is MAC Retro, and this is their satin formula. So it's not totally uncomfortable like the MAC matte formula, although I do feel like it can get a little bit dry as the day goes on. I definitely wear a lip balm underneath it, but it's just really pretty. It's got that brick undertone to it. If you throw this on over a deep liner, it looks really pretty too, and it gets even deeper. And this to me is just such a great fall staple that just stays year after year. Let me know your favorite fall lipstick down below. I want to hear it in the comments because maybe I need to try something. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here on a regular basis. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.